Hello and welcome to the Courageous Leaders podcast. And we're going to start with Happy New Year. Welcome back. 2025. Here we go. And this is just a very quick message to help you just set yourself up for 2025 and be the leader you want to be to get the results that you want. So I'm just going to share 3 really simple things you can do to set yourself up. Now you're listening to this in January, so you're ready to go. The first tip is to set your wig. Now, I don't mean anything to do with my hair. The wig is your wildly important goal. What is that one, maximum 2 things that you are going to prioritize in your business to achieve this year? It could even be the 2 things you want to achieve in your leadership, but you must have a wig, something that's a focus and a direction. So, for example, my wildly important goal this year is to get our new Courageous Leaders signature program out there in the world and get stack loads of evidence ready to support it to really help leaders find their courage. That is our one driving goal. So that then helps me build out all my little sub goals. It helps me build out all the team's goals, knowing we're heading in the same direction and we can have alignment. Now, the key thing to remember here, though, when you're setting your wildly important goal is don't forget to do the strategy. I see so many leaders set all these goals, forget to make them measurable as well. So please make them measurable, like by when and how will you know it's been achieved. But do the strategy. So I do my team goals and then I have a strategy session with them separately to go, what's the strategy to achieve each of your goals? And we co-create them together. Otherwise you find that they just don't happen. So you have these lovely goals, but you wonder why they didn't get achieved. So that's the first one, is your wig. The second one I'd like to share is something I actually really enjoy doing, is I pick a word for the year that becomes my theme for the year. Again, this is all to help you drive focus because it's so easy to get so distracted. But when you just have, right, this is my theme for the year, you can then create a strategy to bring it to life. So for example, one year was energy. I realized to keep running a business and doing what we're doing and growing as we are, I needed to have energy to do that. And I noticed so often by the end of a week, my energy was so low. And so I actually wasn't really being able to enjoy weekends or going out because I was just done from working all week. So by having the word energy, I was like, right, what do I do? I can't just say it. I've got to make this different. So I got myself a nutritionist, changed to a really high protein diet. I changed the way I did my sleep, what time I went to bed, and making sure I didn't look at my phone before I went to bed. So I changed a lot of my behaviors and habits to make sure I could give myself a fighting chance of giving myself more energy. Now, it didn't happen overnight because I'd keep sneaking back into some of my bad habits, but I've now got a significant difference in my energy levels because I had that as a theme for the year. This year, the word is focus. So we've got a lot of things we want to do, but we are going to make sure we have focus this year. And one of my all-time favorite quotes is from Steve Jobs, is true focus is saying no to things even when you really want to do them. And I now live by this, and this is massive for me this year because it's too easy again to get distracted. So focus, because our wig, we want to get the signature program out. So it's even this focus, and I can give you a really live example that's just come into my mind. We have made the choice not to do Courageous Leaders Live for 2025. It's not we don't want to, we would love to. We get so much from that event. But if we want to do some of the new things, we can't do them at the same time as doing the event. So we've needed to make the decision of focus to make sure we can move the change in the business that we need. Doesn't mean we won't be back in 2026, but for this year, we've had to make that a tough call so we can have focus. So this is how powerful this one word can be in helping you inform the decisions that you need to make for how you show up, but also to help you achieve the wig for your leadership, the wig for your business. And then the third one is something that is just a really beautiful thing to do. We talk a lot in business about accountability. How do we hold ourselves accountable? How do we hold other people accountable? So this is one to help you hold yourself accountable. I highly recommend you all, as soon as you can after listening to this, write yourself a letter that you will open. It's your choice whether you open it in 6 months' time or a year's time. Write in that letter the leader that you want to be this time next year. Imagine, the things that you want to grow in, the goals you want to hit, how you've smashed through your theme of the year, what you've achieved because of that. Put yourself a year ahead of now and write yourself a letter on what you've achieved in this year and the person that you have become. And I can't tell you how powerful that is in terms of holding you accountable. Also giving yourself clarity on what you write and reading it back to go, is this definitely what I want to achieve this year? So all you need to do is write the letter out, put it in an envelope, seal it, and you've got two choices. Either hide it somewhere in your house, but then do set yourself a reminder on your phone for this, this time next year to go and find it, because you'll probably completely forget about it. And please put in your calendar where you put it, because you might forget where you put it as well. Or you can actually give it to a friend or your partner to give to you, but set them a reminder to give it to you. But just seal the letter, give it to someone, pop it in your drawer where you won't look at it, and then read it in a year's time. So just 3 very simple strategies to set yourself up for 2025 and become the leader you want to be, and dig in and bring all the courage you can. And we're going to be here with you all year for you to listen to every episode to keep you on track. Please pop in the comments anything you'd like to hear this year, any subjects, topics, conversations, any guests that you'd like to see appear on this podcast that can really help you have a wonderful year. Thank you for listening and take care. If you've been loving our Courageous Leaders podcast, please can I ask you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support helps keep the quality content coming and reach listeners like you that we can then really, really help. We fund this podcast ourselves, so to have your support means that we can keep delivering week on week. Thank you.